Hello, hello. Hi, guys. We just getting ready to do our Pilates workout. It's looking very festive here. We've got our tree up, and you might notice I've got a bit of a cold. So I've got the tissues at the ready, and if I can't do everything, I will talk you through everything. And just first and foremost, well done for committing to finding this time to practice, to strengthen your body, to dedicate some time to your well-being. And we're going to take 45 minutes today to work on our Pilates. So that's in particular our strength. So we will start lying down. Make sure that you've got clothes on that you feel comfortable with. A space that you can lie down comfortably. If you have got anything that is going to ping or buzz or vibrate to distract you, just see if you can maybe put that to one side. Just for the next 45 minutes. And just before we get started, take a moment here, just lying down, to notice how you're feeling. What sort of energy are you bringing to the mats right now? Notice what's going on in your mind, body. And then as you inhale, let's reach the arms all the way up above the head and just come into a full body stretch. Reach the hands away, point the toes away, and then push the heels away. And then just walk the hands over to the top right-hand corner of the mat, the feet to the bottom right-hand corner. Feel that lovely stretch down the left side of the body. And then bring everything back to center. And bring the hands over to the left corner, the feet to the bottom left corner. Stretching down the right side of the body here. Really just stretching out from whatever kind of day you've had, or preparing for whatever kind of day you've got ahead of you. And then inhale, come back to center, and we're going to hug and squeeze the knees in towards the body. So really rounding through the back here. Try and get the foot all the way up towards those knees. Give yourselves a nice big hug, a lovely big squeeze. And then release back down to the mat. Bring the hands to the back of the knees and just rock from left to right. Draw circles with the knees in one direction, back the other way. And then we're going to start to rock forwards and backwards. So taking a little movement at first and then getting bigger and bigger until we come all the way up, topple forwards. Find your way into a tabletop position. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees are underneath the hips. And then inhale, belly drops, gaze goes up, sit bones go up. As you exhale, push down through the hands, knees, feet, tuck the chin. Inhaling, belly drops, sit bones go up, gaze goes up. Exhaling, reverse. Inhaling. And exhaling. So we're just getting some movement into the body. One more time. Starting to warm everything up. Excellent. Just take the knees wide, big toes touch. Bum pushes all the way back towards the heels as you reach the arms forwards. Just stretch out through the spine here. Lovely. As you inhale, come back up onto all fours. Bring the knees back in line with the hips and then walk the hands forwards, softening the forehead down to the mat. Hips stay nice and high. Let's just start to warm up across the shoulders, the upper arms. Take a couple of breaths here. And then push down through the forearms as you snake the body forwards. Drop the hips, open up through the chest. Sphinx pose. Excellent. And then lower all the way down onto your stomach. So we're going to do Forehead to the mat, arms down by the sides. Feet are hip distance apart. Let's start to work into strengthening our back. So on your next inhale, just start to lift the legs, the arms and the head. And then as you exhale, just let everything drop down. 4 more times. Inhaling, lifting everything up, strengthening through the back. And then exhaling, release. Lovely. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling, lift. Exhaling. Last one. Inhaling. And exhaling down. Lovely. Take the gaze to the right hand side. Just let the arms relax, let the hips relax. Excellent. So you can do that same version again, or bring the forehead back to the mat, reach the arms out in front of you. On your next inhale, we're going to lift the legs, we're going to lift the arms, we're going to lift the head, we're going to hold here. So keep pushing down through the hips, strengthening into your lower back, lifting the legs, lifting the arms, breathing here. You can do it. Holding up here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Let everything go. And take the gaze to the opposite side. Release the arms, relax the legs. Excellent. One last time. Bring the forehead back to the mat. This time, inhale, lifting everything up, and this time we're going to do swimmers. So we're just going to gently pulse through the arms and the legs, keeping the hips pushing down into the mat, looking down but forwards, trying to take any wrinkles out of the back of the neck. You can do it. Keep lifting those arms, keep lifting those legs. And now imagine someone's pulling your fingertips away, your toes away. Keep lifting for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Release. Let the posture go. Just relax. Let everything soften to the mat. Excellent. So you can bend your elbows this time and maybe have the head rest on your hands. Just to give you an extra bit of cushioning here, you might want to have the forehead down. And we're going to lift up the right leg. And we're just going to start to pulse through the right leg, lifting it up, tiny little motion, pushing down through the left leg for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Lower all the way, but lift straight back up. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. 5 more. Lower, lift. Lower, lift. Lower, lift. 2 more. You got it. Last one. Excellent. Release. Breathe here. Fantastic. Same thing on the other side. Inhale, lift the left leg up, and then let's just pulse here. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift it high. Excellent. Release the legs, release the arms. Just let go of the posture. Let's use the hands underneath the shoulders. And we're going to push all the way back. Take bum back towards the heels, finding your child's pose. And then inhale, come all the way up into your tabletop position. So just listen here to any movement your body wants to make after those postures. So you might want to wiggle left to right, you might want to circle through the hips. And then we're finding our way to stillness here. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, but just start to lift the right knee up just a couple of inches off the floor. And then we're going to start to lift up through that right hip, lowering the knee, lifting up, lowering down. Excellent. For 5, 4, 3. Try and keep pushing down equally through both hands. For 2, for 1. Excellent. Keep the knee lifted. We're just going to bend the knee to the elbow, push back, knee to the elbow, push back. You don't have to extend the leg. Knee to the elbow, push back. We're still warming up. 5 more. For 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Extend the right leg all the way out to the side, in line with the right hip. Inhale, start to walk the hands all the way back in. Right hand down the right leg. Reach the left fingertips up towards the ceiling. Gaze goes up. Feel that stretch down the left side of the body. And then come all the way back up, hands to the hips. Push the bum back towards the heels. Right leg in line with the right hip. Start to reach the hands all the way forwards. Now, if that's not available to you, just lift the hips and reach the hands forward. Just work on what feels good for you and your body. We're just stretching out so that we can really get working into those legs a little bit later. Excellent. Inhaling, coming all the way up. Bring the right knee back in to meet the left. Find your way back to your tabletop position, and any movement here that you need to make for your body, you can go for it. And then just slowly lifting up the left knee just a couple of inches. And then we're going to lift the left leg up and down. So we call this the fire hydrant, lifting up and down, up and down. Just 5 more. Keep sucking the belly button in. Keep pushing the hands down into the mat. 3, for 2, for 1. Excellent. Really nice. Keep the knee lifted and just bring the knee to the elbow and extend. Knee to the elbow, back to where it started. Knee to elbow and back. 5 more. Keep sucking in through the belly to make sure this is really working into your core. For 3, for 2, and for 1. Excellent. Bring the knee back to meet the right knee. Extend the left leg out, away from the left hip. Walk the hands in towards the body, hands to the hips. Slide the left hand down the left leg. Reach the right fingertips up and over. Finding that stretch. Gazes up towards the lifted fingers. Breathing here. Excellent. Coming all the way back up. Hands to the hips, push the bum back towards the heel. Wiggle the back leg back so it's in line with that left hip. You can come onto your fingertips. You can start to walk the hands forwards, maybe lifting up the hips if that feels better for you. Stretching into the inner thigh. Excellent. As you inhale, coming all the way up. Nice. Bring the left knee back to meet the right. Find your way to your tabletop. And breathe here. So we're going to come down onto our forearms now. Elbows underneath the shoulders. Hands are interlaced to make a fist. We're going to extend through both legs, coming into our forearm plank. So push back through the heels, push down through the elbows. If this feels too much, just drop onto the knees. And we're going to breathe here. You can do it. Stay nice and strong. Nice. If the legs are extended, On your next inhale, just push forward onto the toes. Exhale, push back. Inhale, push forward. Exhale, push back. Nice. Inhaling. Exhaling for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Dropping the knees down. Taking those knees nice and wide. Push the bum back towards the heels. Just stretch it out. So this is a nice restorative posture just to help us when the heart rate starts to increase. We can slow it down here. We can breathe. We can extend through the whole of the spine. And just remembering, if you're working out from home or somewhere you can put on your own music, feel free to whack on your favorite playlist, help keep you motivated through our Pilates postures. On your next inhale, we're going to come all the way back up, coming back into that forearm plank position. So you're extending the legs away from you, and if this doesn't feel good, just drop the knees. So we're going to hold here, again, just for a few breaths. Nice. So you can stay here, maybe the knees are dropped. If the legs are extended, we're going to start to this time walk the feet in towards the body and then walk the feet back out. In towards the body and then exhale, walk the legs back out. Nice. This time, walk the feet in towards the body, holding here. And as you inhale, push the chin past the fist. Exhale, push back. Inhale, chin past the fist. Exhale, push back. Nice. 3 more. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Last one. Strong shoulders. Nice. Take the knees down. Big toes touch. Find your way to child's pose and breathe. On an inhale, let's come all the way back up into our tabletop position. Excellent. So from here, we're going to start to work into those glutes a little bit more. Inhaling, lift the right knee. Bring the knee to touch the right elbow, and then extend it all the way away this time. Inhale, knee to elbow. Exhale, extend. Now, sometimes if we do these postures slowly, they can work into our core even more than if we do them fast. I'm going to take 5 more. Keeping slow and controlled. For 3. For 2. And for 1. Excellent. Extend the leg, don't drop it. We're going to bring it all the way over to the left side. Touch the toes, lift back up. Tap the toes on the left-hand side, lift back up. Toe tap and lift. Toe tap and lift. Nice. For 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. For 1. Excellent. Keep that back leg lifted. We're just going to pulse just like we did when we were on the floor, on our bellies, lifting that right leg back and up. You've got it. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Bringing that right knee back down. Breathing here. Pushing down through both hands, pushing down through the right knee. The left knee now comes all the way up to the left elbow, then extend away. Left knee to left elbow, extend. 6 more here. Keeping that core super tight. Sucking the belly button in towards the lower back. Nice and slow, nice and steady. You've got 2 more. Excellent. Just done an extra one there for good luck. Extend the leg away and then toe tap. So you're lifting the leg and then we're toe tapping all the way over to the right hand side this time. You got it. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Keep the left leg extended and away, and we're just going to come into those pulses, lifting and lowering, reaching the toes away from the body, keeping strong through those arms, strong through the spine. For 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, not quite sure what's happening with the sound there. We're going to take the knees wide. Big toes touch. Find your child's pose. Just breathe here for a moment. I'm just going to check the sound. Okay, hopefully everything's all right there. So coming back up onto all fours, we're going to tuck the toes under. Take a nice deep inhale, and as you exhale, push back. Downward facing dog. So you've got a long spine and a softness in your knees to help you push your bum all the way back and up behind you. You can bend through the knees, take the gaze under the armpits. And then just start to walk the feet towards the middle of the mat, walk the hands towards the middle of the mat, and then come into a ragdoll position. Head is hanging heavy, feet are hip distance. You can nod the head, you can shake the head. You can let the arms swing from left to right. And then releasing the hands, push down through the feet. Start to roll all the way up. Releasing the vertebrae one at a time. Chin is tucked until the head comes all the way up. Excellent. Breathing here. So we're going to come into our little arm sequence. So if you've done any of the other Pilates videos that we've done for Westside Wellbeing, you'll know this arm sequence. And we're working on the same one. I'm just going to have a little blow with the nose. Now, we've been working on the same one deliberately so that we can start to build our arm strength without any need for props or anything like that. And I'm just popping the timer on because we do each version of the arm exercises for a minute. So, my cold was all right when I was on the floor, but now I've stood up. Excellent. So, starting the timer, we're reaching the arms out to the sides. Hang on a minute. Let's do it this way. Reaching the arms out to the side, palms are up. And we're just going to take tiny little circles with the arms forward. So you've got relaxed shoulders, neck is long. Just taking these tiny little circles with the arms, the palms are facing up. Really nice. You're already halfway there on this one. Tiny little motions. And it's not about continuing going without stopping or taking breaks. And obviously, if you don't need to take breaks, that's fantastic. But also, if you do need to, we're just listening to the body and what it needs to do. We're strengthening the arms, but we're also being kind. So you've got 10 more seconds, just moving forwards. And then we're going to move backwards. So same posture, same exercise, same movement, we're just circling the arms backwards. So now you might start to feel it in the shoulders, in the upper arms. Nice. You can do it though. So stay super strong. It's mind over matter. Keep those motions nice and small. You're already halfway through on this side. Try and keep the belly sucked in, the tailbone tucked under, pushing nice and equally down through the feet. 20 more seconds to go. Keeping those shoulders nice and relaxed. Arms as straight as they possibly can be. Excellent. For 3, 2, 1. We're going to turn the palms down this time, and we're just gently bending the elbows, extending the arms. So bend and extend, bend and extend. You've got it. Take it as slowly as you want to. Working into those arms, really working into those shoulders. Just bend and extend, bend and extend. Lovely. Halfway through. Palms are facing down. And this little sequence is just so good because it shows that you don't need to lift heavy weights, you don't need special equipment. We can work on our arm strength and our shoulder strength just using our bodies. So you don't have to worry about not being able to lift up a heavy suitcase, not being able to put something in the overhead lockers. Got 5 seconds more on this one. Nice. Flip the palms back up again. And this time we're bending the elbows all the way towards each other, almost to touch behind the back. So it's a similar motion, but we're getting really into the shoulder blades this time. So really squeeze the shoulder blades together and then release away. Squeeze and release, squeeze and release. Elbows coming all the way back behind the body, extending the arms. So even though you're still working into the arms, as we move into these different postures, you'll notice that different parts of your shoulders, different parts of your arms are fatiguing at different rates because we're just slightly using things in a different way. Nice. Wow, we have already got only 15 seconds to go on this one. Excellent. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. We're going to reach the arms back out behind us and try and reach them wide and then come together to touch. They don't have to touch, that's just the intention. So you're reaching the arms wide and then bringing them back towards each other to touch. Now try and keep those arms lifted as high as possible. I am definitely feeling this today and my arms are already dropping a little bit lower. And also just remember that if you do have a cold, if you are feeling ill, take it easy. It's always a recommendation to rest, but I know sometimes, and me today as well, you do want to move, you do want to get some movement in, but just maybe take it a little bit easier. We've just got 10 more seconds here. And then it's into our last arm exercise. You can do it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Keep the arms extended out behind you. Softness in the knees. Fold forward. Make a fist with the hands and then release the thumb and turn the thumb up. And here we're just going to lift, trying to keep the arms straight, pointing the thumb up towards the ceiling, like you're doing a really unusual hitchhike here. Arms are straight, thumbs lifted. 30 seconds, that's all you've got on the arms. Wow, I have to tell you, I didn't think I was going to make it without taking a break. I am feeling good that I'm almost there. If I've done it with this stinking cold, you can do it too. Just 15 more seconds to go. Stay strong. This one's working into the triceps even more. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome work. Release those arms. Shake it all out. Mind over matter. You did it. And if you've been doing these over the last few weeks, you might really notice that your stamina for doing those arm exercises is increasing. Lovely. So let's work a little bit more into the quads and the glute seams as we are standing up. We're going to take the feet wide. Turn the toes out on a 45-degree angle, and then let's bend into the knees, sink the hips. So this is, in yoga, what we call our goddess pose. It's a wide squat, and you can bring your hands into a fist in front of the chest. And we're just gonna let those hips sink down towards the mat. Shoulders in line with your hips. Try not to let the knees knock in towards the midline of the body. Keep those hips sinking low. Excellent. From here, we're just going to lift up the right heel, place it back down. Lift up the left heel, place it back down. Just keep rotating through the heels, but keep that generous bend into your knees. Don't straighten up through the legs. Just lift one heel and then the other. Excellent. 4 more times. Keep the hips low. 3. We're going to do on each side to get the count. So 2, right, then left. 1, right, then left. Lovely. Keep the hips low. Now see if you can lift up both heels at the same time. So keep bending into those knees. Hips are low. Try not to stick out through the bum. Lift those heels up as high as they will go. Holding here. You've got it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Replace the heels. Keep a bend in the knee. We're just going to pulse. Tiny little pulses. Really start to feel it into those thighs. You've got this. Don't let the knees knock in. Keep them pushing out. Excellent work. Stay strong for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Straighten up the legs just for a moment. Keeping those legs nice and wide, we're going to come into our curtsy lunges. So when you come into this, we're not going to straighten the legs, and we're going to do 8 to each side. So, getting ready. As you exhale, bend into the knees, stay low, bring the left leg behind the right, dip the back knee down towards the floor. Stay low, transition to the right leg, right knee comes down. Stay low, you've got it. So, we've already done 1 set, 2 sets done, 6 more to go. Don't get up through the legs, stay really low. Keep your hands in a fist together at the heart center, can help. Excellent. We're halfway through. Stay nice and low, really work into the glutes here as well. 2 more sets. Easy, you've got this. Last one to each side. Excellent, coming all the way up, release the hands, shake out the legs. Really nice work. Let's step up towards one of the short edges on your mat. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, reach forward, fold forwards, come all the way down. Soften into the knees. And then let's push the hands into the mat. Step back. Find your downward facing dog. Maybe walking out through the legs. Excellent. And then coming to a seated position in the middle of the mat. Lovely. You're on the home straight. And we're going to do some work into our core. So, keep a bend in the knees, soles of the feet to the floor. And we're just going to allow a little natural curvature into the spine. So finding our C-sit position, suck the belly button in. Imagine that you're holding a giant beach ball in front of you. On your next inhale, let's turn and take that beach ball to the right. Come back to center. Beach ball to the left. Come back to center. Excellent. Let's just get really down with the technique. And then we can introduce some other options. Excellent. So this time, when you come back to the right, maybe you want to lift your left leg up. Come back to center. Turn to the left, lift the right leg up. So you're just gently tapping through the feet as you twist through the torso. with your imaginary beach ball. Don't let that beach ball get smaller as you twist. Excellent. So if you are feeling strong in the core, you might want to lift up both legs and keep the legs lifted as you twist. So that is your option. That is not for me today. I'm going to bring the feet back down, but pick the option that's right for you, and we're going to do it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Coming all the way back in. We're going to lower the forearms down to the mat. Excellent. Breathing here. Just releasing any tension here in the lower back, in the core. And then we're going to bend the knees in towards the chest and extend the legs away. Knees in, extend away. Knees in, extend away. Lovely. Keep going with this motion. Keep breathing, working into your core for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Keep the legs extended away. We're just going to butterfly kick, lifting the legs up and down, fluttering there with the legs for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Bend the knees back in, but bring the soles of the feet together and then extend away. Feet together, open the knees, extend. Lovely. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Release the feet. Rolling all the way down to lie on your back. You can release the legs away from you. Just take a moment of stillness. Breathing here, letting the body relax, letting the body settle. So we are well and truly on the home straight now. We're going to roll over onto the right hand side and just bring the right elbow underneath the right shoulder. Right hand is pushing down into the mat and there's a bend into your knees. So we're just going to start by extending the legs out away from us and see if you can lift the right leg up and bring a bend into the left leg. As you start to toe tap the foot over the right leg, but you're keeping the right leg lifted. You can have the left fingertips on the mat or you can have the left fingertips on the ear at the side of the head. Excellent. You've got this for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Extend both legs away from you. We're just going to kick just like we did before. Extending the legs away, pointing the toes, fluttering through those legs for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the feet together, open the knees. So we've got clams. We're going to start just by opening and closing the knees here. Excellent. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. And now we're going to push the legs away. Bring them back in. Push the legs away. Bring them back in. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, And 1. Excellent. Release, roll onto your back. Loads of good work there. Into the side of the core, the inner thigh, the glutes. Exhale here. Nice. So you're rolling onto the left side. So I'm just going to swivel around, bringing the left elbow underneath the left shoulder, extending the legs away from me with a slight bend in the knees. And I'm on the outside of that left hip. And I'm going to start by lifting both legs up and then toe tap the right leg forwards and back. So you want to try and lift that left leg up as high as you can. Keep lifting that back leg. Toe tapping forwards and backwards. Excellent. For 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Extend both legs away from you. And we're just going to kick forwards and backwards. Keep kicking through those legs. Keep pointing through the toes. Keep sucking the belly button in. You've got this. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend into the knees. Find that clam shape. Open the knees, close the knees. Just opening and closing. Opening and closing. Excellent. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep the bend in the knees. We're just going to extend away and then bend back in. Lovely. Final one of this practice, of this Pilates class. You have nearly made it. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Extend the legs away from you. Come all the way over onto your back. Relax here. Just let that whole exercise class just download in your body. It's a fantastic way, any kind of exercise, to close off the stress response cycles that are going on in your body. To allow your body to move from the sympathetic to the parasympathetic nervous system. Breathing in and out through the nose here is a really fantastic way to just calm the whole body and the nervous system. Bring a bend into the knees, soles of the feet to the floor. And then just gently windscreen wipe the knees. From left to right, maybe taking the gaze in the opposite direction. Again, just releasing any tension into the spine here. And then hugging both knees in towards the body, just like we did right at the start of the class. Really roll yourself up into a tiny little ball, squeeze the knees all the way in towards the body. Excellent. Bringing the hands to the back of the knees. We're going to rock all the way up to a seated position. Awesome work, everybody. Really well done. It's just amazing that you found the time in your day to practice. So just be really proud of yourselves. And thank you so much for joining us. We will see you in the new year. Take care, everyone.